What is up, everybody? It is time for Iron Minds. Today, we're going to be focusing on mobility. So a little quick mobility exercise for you to do at any time at home at the desk. Let's go. What is up, everybody? My name is Coleman Ruffin, a familiar face around the Iron Minds arena these days, but I'm holding down the fort today, and we're going to do a quick little get up from your desk mobility workouts, about 15 minutes, anything too crazy, but just loosen up the body a little bit. Out here in Colorado, it is officially snowboarding season, and part of that is keeping the joints and everything all moving cohesively together, so it's not always just about strength training. You got to keep everything else in line as well. So we will go ahead and drop this little section of the workout in the comments here as well, so anybody can follow along, or just you got it as a reference for you to do at home too. But again, the whole point, we're all busy, we're all working. Some of us don't have hours of time to work out at any given time. Take 15 minutes, get up from your desk, do a little bit of movement, and it goes a long way. So the first step in this, we've got leg swings. Some of these are going to look a little bit ridiculous, but again, it's all in the spirit, staying healthy, get the body moving a little bit. So leg swings to start out. Very straightforward. Standing next to a wall, just taking one leg and then swinging it back and forth. Opening up the hips a little bit. This will help with the golf swing too, hopefully. I need all the help I can get. Some nice little relaxing music in here.
Leg swing?
Is that it? Wow.
Oh.
Look at who we've got off camera. Doesn't make appearances very often.
Couldn't leave you all alone to fend for yourself.
I'm going to take off my...
this intro updated.
I know, right? So is it just going to be us two? Yeah,
that's actually my job, but wow, I wonder who's been supposed to get that updated for a while.
It's all right. Keep some sort of familiarity, I guess, on the show.
So we're doing leg swings. Do you feel any difference? Did your hips crack when you started to do that? Because mine crack all the time.
It did, which is sad to say. Like, I should probably do stuff like this a lot more often, but I mean, it's true. Like, little things like this help a ton. Snowboarding, golfing, whatever it is. Like, everybody's always so focused on just building a ton of muscle or whatever, but everything else kind of works together, right?
Absolutely. I've been trying to focus more on energy and just trying to nourish my body because I've definitely neglected it with nourishment for a while. Lattes in the morning are not the greatest thing to start your morning off with. And my body needs more than just eggs in the morning as well. I actually joke here a lot. I've been trying to find ingredients, and so far soup has been like my favorite thing because it's so easy to just throw in like vegetables, protein, like everything that you could need, especially with different broth. That's been my favorite thing. And I always joke that like I have to trick myself into eating these things like a child, and it's sad.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing for me. It's like, I know you and I have had this conversation, but smoothies. It's an easy way just to throw a bunch of stuff in there. All your fruits, throw in some spinach, like get all of the nutritious stuff out of the way as opposed to just eating it straight, which sometimes is kind of boring. Like, I'm not a big salad guy, but
I'm not either. And especially like the things to make the salads interesting are the bad things, like the dressing, unless you got a good one. Sometimes a little bit of lemon juice and salt and some olive oil is kind of all you need in the salad, with a little bit of avocado to help with the texture. But 100%. I am not a huge salad person either. I need something, it just doesn't feel filling. And maybe it's just what's going in the salad, but I'm not great at putting the salads together because I just go with what the general idea of what should go in a salad is in there. So obviously, you got to get creative, and I just don't have that.
I feel you. Now, two things. So arm circles,
Yeah.
good way for shoulders, good way to open them up. Make sure to do both rotations though, forward and backward. Now with the salads, talking about that, people, salads are not always healthy. Please always look at that stuff. Like dressing,
Yes.
some of the dressing that they have at these restaurants is absolutely insane. Like
Yeah.
I've done a side-by-side comparison before, and sometimes these salads with what they put in it, no healthier than eating like a big cheeseburger and fries. Which,
No.
if you look at it that way, in my mind, I'm like, give me the cheeseburger and fries then.
Yeah, especially even like be careful on where you get smoothies from, because sometimes they just dump a bunch of sugar into the smoothies.
Yep,
and
exactly.
you have to look at what's going into that. What's next? What's next?
All right, next up on this list, everybody. If you're ever gonna snap an embarrassing picture of me, this is it. It's called the cat-cow stretch. Kind of looks like a cat throwing up a little bit. So, on all fours, starting here, big yoga pose. Arch your back up, kind of let it hold, and then come back down. Oh, my lower back just cracked so loud. Am I doing this right, you think?
I think you have, so when you go down, you have to kind of like push your chest out, kind of like a U shape. So not a neutral back, but go for a deeper, like
That's
U-shape
as
in
you
your
as it
back.
gets on this. That's as you as it gets on this old body. God. Oh, it feels good though.
Doing great, doing great.
Have
you ever had your sternum crack, like your chest?
I have not. I didn't even know that you could do that.
That has not lately, but that used to happen to me a lot because of working at the computer. So you have your shoulders hunched forward, and then when you're typing as well on your computer. And sometimes after, working maybe like an hour or two straight, just on like in the zone, I would kind of try to stretch, but it wouldn't even take a stretch. I would just readjust my posture very subtly, and a deep sternum crack, just like deep in my chest, would just pop, and it freaked me out the first time. But now I figured out how to actually just like do it on command, and it feels really good.
Really? Is that something that's good for you? I've
Probably
always
not.
heard like cracking bones and stuff is good or bad or anything like that. Like who really knows?
Probably not. I stopped after Morgan, our marketing person, for anyone who has not met her yet. After she said that she cracked her neck too much and then went to the chiropractor, and now she has a delicate neck. All the, the tissue between the discs are basically like gone and deteriorated. And ever since she told us that story, which was recent, I stopped cracking my neck.
All right, so we've got another one. I'm going to skip the ankle circle for now because the camera's down here. I'm going to do a deep squat, then I'll do the ankle circle. I cannot do a deep squat, so try not to laugh too much. But
okay, that's what these stretches are for. You have to keep consistent, and eventually you will be able to do it.
See, like my knees or my heels should be on the ground right now, but if they were on the ground, I would fall back into my armoire. So this is about as low as I am getting here. But feet shoulder width apart, and then going down as low as you can. Went on to a couple of these. Oh. It's bad. But
is that good posture wise? And is that good for your knees, not having with your heels not on the ground?
Probably not.
Okay. Maybe we should try, even if you can't do the full deep squat. Every day, you gotta keep it consistent.
See, now I'm pretty sure my chest is supposed to be back too. But otherwise, I'm just going to fall over.
I think it's a good start. As long as we do the posture right so we don't hurt ourselves.
Let's make sure to lower your body as far as you can, pushing your hip backs, bending your knees, your chest upright. Wow, I'm literally just like going to be standing. That's about as far as we're getting. Okay, that was bad. We're moving on to the next one.
Anyone tuning in, I guess we should talk about, what's gonna happen with Thanksgiving. What are your plans?
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense with this week. So this one, ankle circles. This one you can normally do sitting. I guess I'll do sitting because we're at our desk, right?
Yes.
Sitting, putting one foot out, just doing little circles. This one I could do all day.
I will leave the article too. So just make little circles with your toe, and the point is to do ankle circles. Just
Yeah,
rotate it.
this one is easy. For Thanksgiving, have my father-in-law and my dad coming into town, and we're gonna host and cook a whole bunch of food. We've got another friend that's coming over, so a little hodgepodge of people, but it's gonna be a really good time.
Do you have any
What?
special dishes that you make during the holidays aside from traditional?
All the staples. There's
All the
nothing that's
staples.
like super weird that we make, like, I don't know, something that stands out the whole time, but we do all the staples right, I will say.
Amazing. Have you ever maybe thought about doing special, like weird special holiday tradition, like a race or something? You have to invite all of your friends and their head. I really, when I get my own place and have a lot of friends, hopefully one day. I'm kidding. I do have some friends. They're just all in different places. When my
Yeah,
friends hopefully are in the same places at the same time, I want to get like one of those blow up bounce house like obstacle courses and have like a holiday tradition, maybe Friendsgiving kind of thing, where we have to race each other and it just kind of turns into a tradition from there. But I
yeah,
love stuff like that when people have that creative, or like even the ongoing games of tag that people will have.
yeah. So
That's
like I
different.
I grew up with a small family, but like I feel like that's a big Thanksgiving tradition that a lot of families do is like the family football game. I would
Hmm.
love to do something like that. I think that that would be so fun, but it's kind of hard just 2v2 with the little small group there. Like it's got to be
Yeah,
a decent sized group.
it's difficult once you get older, being able to get people together because everyone kind of goes their different ways, and we still all talk and everything, but it's so hard to get everyone together.
Yep. Um, I want to know about your Thanksgiving here, but hip flexor stretch. And then we're going to wrap things up with a doorway stretch after. All again,
Okay.
very straightforward, pretty easy. But for the hip flexor, on one knee, other knee out in front of you, and you're leaning forward. You'll feel it in this backside over here. Oh, gosh. It just reminds you how inflexible I really am. Um,
Consistency.
but what about you? Any fun meals that you cook? Any infamous things? What are your plans?
Nothing crazy. I actually have to talk to my stepmom about that. So this year, my family, we do either at my mom's and then at my dad's. And this year it's with my dad and my stepmom, and we have her family coming in. All of her family, almost a lot of them are in Haiti. They come back and forth a lot for work, and then most of them are in Miami most of the time as well. Um, but yeah, we're gonna have them on Saturday actually, not for Thanksgiving. So just trying to figure out. I have so many friends that are coming back into town as well, so I want to make time to go and see them, but I just have not planned it out because it's also last minute letting me know, like, yeah, I'm gonna be here for this week, like with my family down south. I'm like, okay, like I have to see if I can get away for a little bit and come and visit,
Well,
but
with
nothing
the
crazy.
Haitian background, there's got to be some interesting dishes that come with a
Yeah,
traditional kind of Thanksgiving, right?
I I I don't know if it's gonna be different dishes or if it's just similar dishes with different names. Because usually like there's one key ingredient, and I found that a lot. So we all got to spend, I think it was New Year's of 2021, like going into 2022. We got to spend time together and take like a little family trip. Everyone came together, and my stepmom has said that that was the first time in years where they were able to get all the kids together, all the adults, all the brothers, wives, like everyone was there. And they had some dishes there. I forgot what they were called, but like I noticed a similarity between like a few Latin dishes that we have, like with different plantains and different ways that they were cooking rice. It was very similar as well, but just
Yeah,
like a small little tweak to ingredients or like something that was in there, or even just like flavor palettes. The food was so good, but I noticed that. So I have to ask like what we're gonna make, but um, I think she had mentioned that like the families that come, we're gonna get the ingredients and we're all just gonna cook together on Saturday and make things because I was like, well, what do we need? Like, do I need to cook anything in advance? I want to know like how I'm supposed to help.
Yeah.
It says you're doing poor form, apparently.
Yeah, like what is that?
But
This is
real
a
quick,
doorway
talking
stretch that
about
I'm apparently not doing very well, but I'm doing it up against this cabinet. Any doorway will work. Put your arm in there and then twist your body. Feeling it up in the shoulders here.
I
That's
do
good.
that a lot. When I go to the gym and my sister and I were doing chest, that's the one thing I stick to.
How much you benching these days? Like 225? What is it?
Benching?
Different chest workouts. Okay, I get it.
Classified information.
Yeah. I saw a post, shout out to Robert Bain, but he was with somebody that did I think a 2,000-pound squat or something. Like, I don't even know if that's possible. So I need to fact check him. I'm talking with him later, but like, I know that he's going for like 1,100 pounds or something like that in a couple weeks, which is crazy.
That's what he meant. We ought to try and see if we can get tagged along the journey with him, or some way to find a way to document the journey, because that's incredible what he's been doing.
Yeah, that it blows my mind. Sorry, now it's just like I'm turning around the other way, but I gotta get to the other side.
No, that's incredible. I know we recently talked, especially with Broker Carrier Summit coming through. April, Kansas City, people, get your tickets. Go to.
Yeah, we will be there.
But yeah, I know we talked about trying to get some kind of apparatus where he can bench some of the guests, but I don't know if that's happening.
Yeah, that would be absolutely insane. But if we get 750 people, he is shaving his beard.
Yeah,
Trey is shaving his head. If we get 1,000 people, I think Jeff, the Bodacious Cowboy, is shaving his mustache on stage. The most infamous mustache that's out there. But again, from a mobility standpoint, I mean, that was 15 minutes of really low-key stuff. Again, you can do anywhere. I feel loose, a lot looser already after just been sitting in my desk for the last 4 hours here. Again, there is a link in the comments for everybody to follow along. 15 minutes, that's all it really takes just to get the body moving, loosened up a little bit, and it goes a long way. I know we're all working hard, very busy, but make sure to take care of your body. It'll help your mind and improve everything along the way. Thanks all for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining, Natalia. I appreciate that as well. It's not just me out here on my own. Oh, you're on mute.
Absolutely. And for everybody tuning in, thank you so much, especially if it's not live, but it's tuning in later. You know, take care of yourself. Get your body moving. You deserve it. Prioritize your health and your well-being. And thank you so much.
100%. Have a great holidays, everybody, and a kick-ass week.
Happy holidays. Well, it's working.
There